This story is a modern fairy tale called Prince Cinders. It was written by Babette Cole. You can see the coat of arms in the upper left corner here. Courage in Tesco. I don't know for sure what Babette Cole had in mind, but Tesco is a very popular grocery store in the United Kingdom. Babette Cole, who did all the writing and all the illustrations for this book, was born on Jersey Island. New Jersey was named after the island, Jersey, which is in the English Channel, what the French call La Manche, the bit of sea between England and France. She lived all of her life in England, was a wonderful storyteller, very funny woman, and much beloved. Her family keeps a website so that you can learn about her and all of her work. In the upper right corner, there's pictures of 5 of her other books besides this one. Prince Cinders was not much of a prince. He was small, spotty, scruffy, and skinny. He had 3 big, hairy brothers who were always teasing him about his looks. They spent their time going to the palace disco with princess girlfriends. They made poor Prince Cinders stay behind and clean up after them. When his work was done, he would sit by the fire and wish he was big and hairy like his brothers. One Saturday night, when he was washing the socks, a dirty fairy fell down the chimney. "All your wishes shall be granted," cried the fairy. "Ziz, ziz, boom! Tic-tac-ta! This empty can shall be a car! Biff, bang, bong, bo, bo, bo! To the disco you shall go!" "That can't be right," said the fairy. "Toe of rat and eye of newt, your rags will turn into a suit." Crumbs, thought the fairy. "I didn't mean a swimsuit." "Your greatest wish I'll grant to you. You shall be big and hairy, too." Prince Cinders got big and hairy, all right. "Rats," said the fairy. "Wrong again, but I'm sure Holloway's off at midnight." Prince Cinders didn't know he was a big, hairy monkey because that's the kind of spell it was. He thought he looked pretty good. So off he went to the disco. The car was too small to drive, but he made the best of it. But when he arrived at the Royal Rave-Up, he was too big to fit through the door. He decided to take the bus home. A pretty princess was waiting at the stop. "When's the next bus?" he grunted. Bong, bong, bong. Luckily, midnight struck, and Prince Cinders changed back into himself. The princess thought he had saved her by frightening away the big hairy monkey. "Wait!" she shouted, but Prince Cinders was too shy. Heaven, he even lost his trousers in the rush. The princess was none other than the rich and beautiful Princess Lovelypenny. She put out a proclamation to find the owner of the trousers. "The Princess Lovelypenny desires that she will marry whoever fits the trousers lost by the prince who saved her from being eaten by the big hairy monkey. Fitting sessions begin today. Signed by Prince Lovelypenny." Every prince for miles around tried to force the trousers on, but they wriggled about and refused to fit any of them. Of course, Prince Cinders' brothers all fought to get into the trousers at once. "Let him try," commanded the princess, pointing at Cinders. "They won't fit that little squirt," sneered his brothers. But they did! Princess Lovelypenny proposed immediately. So Prince Cinders married Princess Lovelypenny and lived in luxury happily ever after. And Princess Lovelypenny had a word with the fairy about his big, hairy brothers, whom she turned into house fairies, and they flitted around the palace doing the housework forever and ever. The end. This modern fairy tale has been Prince Cinders. It was written by and illustrated by Babette Cole.